The Overwatch League Stage 3 playoffs are over, and New York Excelsior are the Stage 3 champions. The Experts team beat Los Angeles Valiant in the semi-final 3-0, and then beat Boston Uprising 3-0 in the final, proving once again they are the best Overwatch team in the world. Boston's amazing win streak came to an end, but they put in a good performance, despite the one-sided looking 3-0 scoreline. Relive all of the action from the playoffs below. For those viewing this live blog on the app, please click here. Related articles. Previous one. The latest Overwatch patch adds the real to a map and brings in how the Overwatch team designed Retribution. Lead designer. Share this article. Share watch live video from Overwatch League on www. Twitch.tv. Matt Porter host commentator auto update 214. Thank you. And that is that. Thank you for following along with us this evening. New York Excelsior did what New York Excelsior does: win at Overwatch. They and Boston Uprising will no doubt be competing in the playoffs again in Stage 4, but who will join them? We'll just have to wait and see. Stage 4 begins on May the 16th/17, depending on your time zone, with La Gladiators vs San Francisco Shock. See you there. 206 New York Excelsior win Stage 3 of the Overwatch League. They've done it. New York win their second stage title in a row, and bag themselves another $100,000. Boston Uprising's amazing win streak comes to an end, and they don't even win a map in the final. New York Excelsior are a step above everyone else right now. 158 Boston attack its tense. Boston need to win this map, or they're out. The first step is to finish all 3 points, and then attack again. New York have batted them away so far, and they now have all 6 ults up. Dangerous time for Boston. Rare mistake from New York there. They resurrect SBB, but he can't get back to the point in time, and Boston are rolling with the payload. Boston will be happy they've forced Pine off Widowmaker. But now he's on McCree. Oh, never mind, onto Genji instead. All of a sudden, Boston are looking really good, and NYXL are indeed under pressure, but they survive by the slimmest of margins. It's getting dicey. 15 seconds left for Boston. 150 New York rolling over 5:30 to take point C here for New York. They've been dominant so far on them. Barney Pine is just spawn camping Boston right now. Somehow, Boston are staying in it though. New York do it in overtime. Strong defense from Boston there, and they've given themselves a chance to get ahead. 149 New York staying calm. New York Social is confident and calm enough to complement the attire of casters. 147, and we're back. New York are on the attack with Tracer, Winston, D. VAR, Zenyatta, Mercy, and Widowmaker. Boston are defending with Soldier, his first appearance today, Winston, Tracer, D. VAR, Ana, Mercy. A very quick take of point A for New York. They're 145. The Tracer battle we mentioned earlier, that whoever won the Tracer battle would win the war, and it's proving correct. So far 144 New York attack, our first pause of the playoffs. 143 map 4. Numbani Janison for Manopine for Libero. 142 The NYXL have really good players. 141 for now. 138 map 3 is a draw. The score remains at 2-0 and we'll go to Numbani. So, Boston will have to win both the final 2 maps, and then a tiebreaker to become victors. It's a big ask. 131 Boston attack number 2. It's simple for Boston now. Finish Volskaya to start the comeback. They have history on their side. Boston have never lost on Volskaya. They grab point A with a bit of effort, and now they've got 2 minutes to take just a single tick. Very doable. 126 New York attack number 2. Well, somehow Boston do it even quicker than New York after a slow point A take. I don't want to say the pressure is on NYXL because Boston are still on the verge of defeat, but Boston have the upper hand on Volskaya. NYXL grab point A and have just over a minute to try for B. Libero back onto Sombra. He should be able to charge Emp, and that time Mano almost pulled off some heroics there to keep NYXL in it, but they can't quite take point B. .121 Boston attack. We've got familiar team comps from both teams going into this one. Boston need to take both points, or it's all over. New York are stalling, but Boston have grabbed point A. Halfway there, and they take point B quickly. We're going back around again. 115 New York attack. A good attack and a strong defense is all New York needs to win another $100,000. Luckily for them, they're really good at both. CPL just killed 5 members of the Boston Uprising. Nearly 6 minutes to take point B and complete Volskaya, and we're seeing Sombra for the first time tonight from Libero. It just seems like every member of the New York Excelsior is a carry. How can Boston compete with this? 113 map 3. Volskaya arc in for Animo. New York on attack with Tracer, Winston, D. VAR, Zenyatta, Mercy, Widowmaker. Boston are going with Widowmaker, Winston, Tracer, D. VAR, Zenyatta, Mercy. 057 New York takes game 2. New York looked down and out in both maps there, but came from behind to win their path. The stage finals have been close, with both going to 5 games. Can Boston pull off the reverse sweep like London did in Stage 1, and New York did in Stage 2? 051 Mind Games. CPL has got the upper hand in the Widowmaker battle against mistakes at the moment. New York have got the point and time is ticking away. But Boston takes the point and puts up a strong defense to overtake them on percentage. Striker is putting in work on Junkrat. Once again, New York takes the point after Boston hit 99%. It'll be extremely demoralizing if Boston loses this one as well. 0-49 New York takes the first point. Libero has been totally shut down when he's popped Dragon Blade, but New York are able to pull through anyway. Boston have 99% for a long time, but New York take the first map. 0-45 SBB 0-44 map 2. Nepal New York runs in with a bastion and takes the point first. Libero switches over to the Genji though, after Boston takes it back quickly. 0-36 New York Excelsior wins game 1. Boston Uprising can't make it happen, and New York Excelsior are on their way to a second stage finals victory. 1-0 NYXL 0-35 team support. 0-33 delays CBL delays Boston for what feels like an eternity at point B. Boston are on the move though, and have about the same amount of time as New York did to push it all the way. 0-31 New York supports. 0-27 Boston attack New York. Tracer, Winston, D. Bar, Zenyatta, Mercy, Widowmaker Boston. Widowmaker, Winston, Tracer, D-Bar, Zenyatta, Mercy. We've had some fooling around in the hero select so far tonight, but it's all business from Boston now. New York are just so good on defense. They haven't given an inch tonight, and Boston are seriously stalling on point A. They grab it, but they took a lot longer than New York did. You have to imagine it's going to be an overtime dash for the final point. 0-20 New York attack. Well, it doesn't take long to take point A, but Boston suddenly realize they're supposed to be defending and bat New York away. Plenty of time left though. Bong. Team kill. CBL gets 3 and the rest of Boston are mopped up, just a meter away from point B now. They get it, and have just over 2 minutes to push it to point C. It's notoriously hard to push it around that final bend, and all the way to the end though. Boston holds them at the end, but New York managed to sneak a few extra meters in overtime at least. 0-17 map 1. Route 66 for what it's worth. Blizzard World was in the lineup for tonight, but we won't be seeing it. Not many people will be sad about that. New York Excelsior are on the attack with Tracer, Arisa, Roadhog, Zenyatta, Mercy, Widowmaker. Boston have Widowmaker, Winston, Tracer, D. Var, Zenyatta, Mercy. 0-13 Boston Uprising starting lineup. Striker mistakes Kalex Nico Gamsu. Note. 0-09 New York Excelsior starting lineup. 0-06 the Tracer battle. CBL and Striker are the 2 best Tracer players in the world, and whoever wins the duel tonight will most likely swing the match in their team's favor. SBB is recognized as the best tracer around, but Striker's performance and stats this stage have been the next level. 2356 Boston v New York. This classic sporting rivalry has made its way over to esports too. Boston got the better of New York for the first time in Stage 3, but with $100,000 on the line, will they be able to get it done? New York have been here before, twice, so they know what this is all about. (2352) Agilities and Costa keep their chins up. (2351) Back to the basics. (2338) Up next, New York Excelsior vs Boston Uprising. It's the match everyone expected. New York Excelsior and Boston Uprising will play for $100,000 in the grand final of the Stage 3 playoffs. (2337) New York defeats Los Angeles Valiant. That was even more dominant, but it's looking set to be a great grand final. Quick games. Looks like I'm going home early tonight. (2335) New York on attack. CBL was smiling and loving life right now. Lara down and nearly out. Valiant. Arisa, Tracer, D. Virginia, Junkrat, Zenyatta, Mercy. New York. Tracer, Winston, D. Virginia, Zenyatta, Mercy, Genji. It's over already. (2333) New York Excelsior full holds Anya Abyss. A lot of similarities between the two semi-final matches tonight. New York just need a tick on attack, and they're in the final against Boston. (2330) Valiant on attack. La. Winston, Tracer, D. Genji, Zenyatta, Mercy. New York. Widowmaker, Arisa, D-Bar, Zenyatta, Mercy, Junkrat. SBB is back, where mistakes was earlier tonight on Widowmaker, and no one's really getting to him. (2328) NYXL subs Janus Infamano Arcas in for Animo. (2324) Map 3. Temple of Anya Abyss. Boston dominated on this map earlier. Can New York do the same and punch their ticket to a third stage final in a row? (2321) It's not over yet, but it's pretty close to being over. (2319) It's not all about the games. Remember the Baby Bay Challenge. It's more than just a hashtag. (2313) New York Excelsior win Game 2. It's New York Excelsior 2-0 Los Angeles Valiant, and they're on the brink of their third stage final in a row. (2310) Boston Uprising's mistakes interview. (2309) Well, New York wins the first fight, but Agilities gets some kills on Farah and La flips it back. A few La players get caught out after New York respawn though, and it's back in the hands of the Excelsior. (2307) New York takes the first point. That was a lengthy first map on Ilios, but New York Excelsior come out on top, thanks to some big plays from Libero. (2300 hours good by Pine. It was Ilios, where the world was first introduced to Pine's dominance in the Overwatch League, but he's not playing here. CBL was in instead, playing the Tracer. La responds with their own Tracer. Funny. (2300 hours subs for both teams. NYXL, Pine and Arc out CBL and Animo and Valiant. soon out Bunny in 22:56. There's a reason he's called Big Boss Pine. 22:56 on their way to a second stage title. 22:53 New York takes map 1. Valiant looked clueless on defense on point C. They did a good job of delaying early on, but they never really won a big fight, and New York slowly but surely pushed it all the way. 22:51 the meat grinder, so New York have the shortest amount of time to take point C out of any team tonight. But you always assume they're going to push it all the way. Valiant haven't played New York in 6 weeks, and it seems they weren't ready for the double sniper composition. 22:46 NYXL on the attack. Valiant, Arisa, Widowmaker, D. Virginia, Junkrat, Roadhog, Mercy, NYXL. Widowmaker, Arisa, D. Virginia, Zenyatta, Mercy, Hanzo. Most teams are running the Bastion comp these days, but NYXL have no time for that. It does mean they get the slowest point A of the night, though. 22:45 La get 2 points. No one reaches the payload in time, and the wick burns down. New York holds the payload at point C, just like Boston and Gladiators did. 22:39 D. The self-destructs are killing everyone today. It's like Beta all over again. 22:37 Junkertown. Apparently you just can't defend point A or B on Junkertown anymore. Point C is another story though. All night long we've seen the payload roll past B with ease and get held up on the final stretch. Pine is entrenched on Widowmaker, and he's popping skulls and ripped tires from miles away. 22:36 Map 1. Junkertown. Los Angeles Valiant are on the attack with Widowmaker, Bastion, Mercy, D. Virginia, Arisa, Junkrat, NYXL. Widowmaker, Arisa, D. Virginia, Roadhog, Mercy, Junkrat. 22:35 New York Excelsior starting lineup. I like it when the teams tweet out their lineups. 22:34 Los Angeles Valiant starting lineup. 22:34 The favorites. New York might not be the #1 seed for Stage 3, but they're the top team in the Overwatch League overall standings by far. They're a full 5 wins ahead of Boston Uprising in second place. They've got the Stage 2 MVP, Libero, they've got the best support in the world, Jonak, and they've got Big Boss Pine. They're extremely dangerous. 22:29 The underdogs. La Valiant's Custer makes a good point. Boston and New York have probably been expecting to play each other in the playoffs for the past couple of weeks. They'll be fully prepared for that match, but will New York have been prepping for Valiant? Plus, the two teams haven't met in Stage 3, so it's been a while since the last time they played, 6 weeks to be precise. Boston knew they'd get to choose Gladiators if they took the top spot, and it looks like they made an excellent decision and were totally ready for them. (22:27) La's last chance. The purple side of Los Angeles is going home, but the yellow and green side still has a chance. Boston Uprising and New York Excelsior are undoubtedly the top teams in the Overwatch League right now, but can La Valiant ruin the party? 22-25 Who's the better Winston? 22-22 Up next. New York Excelsior vs Los Angeles Valiant. You can't really look past NYXL for this one, but stranger things have happened. .22-19 striker as bonkers CPL might be recognized as the best tracer in the world, but you can't deny striker's stats. He connected with 75% of his pulse bombs there. 22-13 22-12 Boston Uprising are through to the Stage 3 final. That was an extremely dominant performance from Boston Uprising. They gave Gladiators absolutely nothing and their win streak continues. They're through to the final against either New York Excelsior or Los Angeles Valiant. 22-09 Not bad so far. The defense is strong so far for Gladiators, but can it last for another couple of minutes? 22-08 Boston Uprising offense Gladiators. Widowmaker, Arissa, D. Virginia, Junkrat, Mercy, Zenyatta Uprising. Mercy, D. Virginia, Tracer, Genji, Winston, Zenyatta. 22-06 Boston full hold. It's really not looking good for the Gladiators. Boston just need a tick, and they're through to the final. The Blizzard Arena is almost silent as local LA fans aren't sure what they're looking at. 22-03 Gladiators on offense. They're running dive, but mistakes has just got free reign at the moment. Even though Boston lost Zen early, the snipes from above are too much for LA right now. The next fight is even more of a disaster for LA. Both support ults used, and nothing. 22-02 playoff format. Remember, unlike the regular season, if Boston go up 3-0, it's match over. 22-01 map 3. Temple of Anubis assault map for game 3. Gladiators on offense. Boston, Widowmaker, Arissa, Junkrat, D. Virginia, Zenyatta, Mercy, La. Zenyatta, Mercy, Genji, D. Virginia, Winston, Widowmaker. 2200 hours Los Angeles Gladiators. Hydration is back in for Asher. 2158 free Overwatch League tokens. Remember to log into Twitch to get your free Overwatch League tokens. Don't worry, you'll still get them if you're watching on our site. 2156 one-sided. Ouch. Look away now. Los Angeles Gladiators / Surifer fans. 2151 Boston Uprising feeling confident they one map away from the final. Meanwhile, Gladiators are staying pretty quiet on social media. 2149 New York Excelsior NYXL vs Los Angeles Valiant is coming up after this match. The 2146 Boston Uprising win game 2. That was quick. Boston Uprising are now 2-0 up and are looking every bit as good as their 10-0 record suggests. 2145 Who is better than Fisher? Is Fisher the best Winston player in the world? It's entirely possible. Boston Uprising are on the point though, and La Gladiators are running out of time. 2142 McCree onto Lighthouse, and both teams are bringing out the McCree instead of the Widow. Gladiators get the best of the first engagement and take the point. 21-41. Mistakes are not being made. Mistakes gets a couple of picks, and then Striker pulls off another great tracer play to give Boston round 1. 21-40. Even both teams have had a good amount of time on the point. It's pretty chaotic right now, with no team managing to overpower the other. Boston look like they're going to get close. 21-37. Map 2. Ilio's time for a control point map. Can Los Angeles Gladiators bring it back, or will Boston Uprising start to pull away? Gladiators. Widowmaker, Winston, D. Virginia, Tracer, Mercy, Zenyatta. Uprising. Widowmaker, Winston, Tracer, D. Virginia, Zenyatta, Mercy. 21-36. Los Angeles Gladiators sub Asher comes in for hydration. 21-35. Nico sees all. 21-30. Boston Uprising win game 1 after a massive hold on point C. Boston Uprising push the payload all the way to go up 1-0 in the series. Gladiators put up a valiant defense of their own, no pun intended, but it wasn't enough. 21-23. Boston Uprising on offense. Gladiators. Widowmaker, Arissa, D. Virginia, Junkrat, Mercy, Roadhog. Uprising. Widowmaker, Arissa, Junkrat, D. Virginia, Bastion, Mercy. 21-21. Round 1 complete. Boston Uprising hold point C for 5 minutes and hold La to just 2 points on Junkertown. 21-17. Gladiators rolling. Boston Uprising haven't put up a defense yet. Gladiators have over 5 minutes to reach the end of the map from point B. 21-16. Triple kill. Bishu gets 3 with the self-destruct. 21-13. Map 1. Junkertown. Here we go then. We've got La Gladiators on the fence on Junkertown, an escort map. Gladiators. Widowmaker, Arissa, D. Virginia, Roadhog, Mercy, Bastion. Boston. Widowmaker, Arissa, Junkrat, D. Virginia, Roadhog, Mercy. 21-12. Boston's perfect stage. Boston are the first ever team to go undefeated throughout an Overwatch League stage. (10-0), and their win streak is extended beyond that too. They're on fire right now, but can they get it done when it matters? 21-09. Los Angeles Gladiators starting lineup. Gladiators don't have a tweak to make my life easier. Lara running with Shaz, Surifa, Fisher, Bishu, Hydration, Biggest. 21-06. Boston Uprising starting lineup. 21-03. Boston Uprising vs Los Angeles Gladiators. The format for the playoffs has changed again for Stage 3. This time around there are 4 teams, and the top seed got to choose their opponent. Boston Uprising, as the top team from Stage 3, chose the Los Angeles Gladiators. 2056 Overwatch League Stage 3 Playoffs. Welcome to Male Esports coverage of the Overwatch League Stage 3 Playoffs. The action is about to begin, with the Boston Uprising against the Los Angeles Gladiators. Later on, the Los Angeles Valiant will take on the New York Excelsior in the second semi-final. The winner of each match will face off in the grand finals, which should start around 1 AM BST tonight. Keep it locked here all night, as Male Experts Matt Porter keeps you updated on all the matches, social media reactions, and more at $5,697,471, channel/sport, page http://www dailymail.co.uk/sport/experts/article 5,697,471/watch Overwatch League Stage 3 Playoff Finals live commentary. HTML, status, finished, green box, body, quote modified order, 200. Related articles. Previous one. The latest Overwatch patch adds the Rialto map and brings in how the Overwatch team designed Retribution. Lead designer. Share this article. Share.